Hi everyone, my name's Dave Rolsky. I'm going to talk about some CLI tools I use. Originally I called this cool CLI tools I use, and then I was like, I don't know if it's cool. I mean, I like it, but you can be the judge. So, tool number one is this thing called PowerLineDash. There's various other implementations. You set in your bash RC this garbage incantation of weird stuff, and then your shell prompt looks like this. Can you read the shell prompt? All right, so you see there's a lot of information on there, username, machine name, what directory I'm in, what version of Perl is active with Perl brew, git information, and it's all pretty with colors and symbols and all that. I think that's pretty cool. There's a lot of other things you can do with PowerLine. A tool I wrote is called UBI, Universal Binary Installer. You run it like the examples you see here, and of course, it will, not of course. And what it does is it goes to projects on GitHub. Generally, things in Go and Rust are released as these single file binaries, or it'll be a tarball with just a binary in it. It'll download the right one for your machine and install it. But of course, how do you install UBI? Well, I wrote some bootstrap stuff. I cut off the URL, but you can go look up UBI, Universal Binary Installer, and find it. And it works on Windows and PowerShell too. There's a tool called Delta I use. It replaces diff for me. It's really, really nice. You configure it in your git config. You can also just call it from the command line, and it looks like this. The big thing it does that's really cool is it not only like highlights the lines, but the changes within the lines, and it does some kind of syntactic understanding, so we can see that I replaced the name app with the name command, and that's all highlighted with fancy colors. I think that's pretty great. I use a tool. By the way, I forgot to say when I started, and this reminded me. I was inspired to do this because of Bruce's talk this morning on CLI stuff. And it was a really good talk. You should check that out. And I was like, hey, there's a lot of cool CLI tools I could talk about. So there's ripgrep. It replaces diff. It's really fast. It ignores .git by default. It respects .gitignore. It has really pretty output. It looks like this. So we did RG command, and it finds command, and it's all colorized, and the lines are colored, and it's got all sorts of other features that we won't get into. It should say it replaces grep. Yes, I copied this from the last slide. Good question. Another tool I use is called Exit, replaces LS. Again, it has a cool color scheme. It's also got a built-in tree view, which is nice, and you can get git information from it. So this is a regular file listing, and again, you can see it's colored with colors based on the file types and all that, which is pretty neat. And then this is the tree view. Again, I blow everything up. So again, you get all the colors, but you get the tree view. That's pretty cool. And then this is an example of the Git view. You can see like that -m and -i. -m, it's modified, -i, it's ignored. And there's lots of other cool features it has. In my bash profile, the way I use exa is I just replace ls. So I'm just typing ls. I'm never going to remember to type exa. Plus, it's harder to type than ls. Finally, or maybe finally, I don't remember how many slides are in this. There's a tool I wrote called Precious. It's a replacement for tidyall. Don't know how many of you are using tidyall. It's a tool to run many other linters and tidiers, and it has the best output. I used Unicode symbols, so when you run Precious, see, first you get a ring, because it's precious. And then if the thing is tidy, you get like those clean sparkles. And if it's dirty and it's cleaning it up, then it power washes it with water. But here's the most important part. If you run linting, and the linting fails, you get a smiley poop. And that just makes my day every time I see it. I should note there are other tools that do this, like pre-commit, that are probably more widely used, but none of them, except this one, give you a smiley poop. And you can get it off GitHub, and you can use UBI to install it very easily. As you can use with all the other tools I mentioned, UBI will help you install them. And that's all I got. Thank you.